Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center here in Santa Barbara. And wherever you are, we're feeling your transmission of anticipation, wondering what's coming, and we hope we have a wonderful time together this morning. Well, the weather kept us guessing, and it's a beautiful, bright day here in Santa Barbara. And you expect the pepper trees, they're like weeping willows, and they're always swaying in the breeze. And then there's that other tree that responds to wind. But when the oak tree starts to move, we know it's time to be inside. So here we are. We have had a steady stream of amazing weeks. The broadcasts have been offering higher and higher fidelity to what we all know to be true. This past Wednesday, Genya revealed her own experience of discovering something she had never known before. And when she related this at the dining room table that night, she received an amazing response that added to the experience and further revealed her origin. Her willingness to go past anything familiar is inspiring to us all. Revealing our origin to ourselves and to one another via these broadcasts. A simple conversation with one another in words or silence. Now, recognition of another is always so exciting. Yeah. It's like a hidden treasure. You can't expect it. It's a surprise. Now, on Tuesday nights, I enjoy watching Finding Your Roots, where they take celebrities and they've done detailed investigation as to all their ancestors. And I always say, wouldn't it be wonderful if we had a show called Revealing Your Origin? Isn't that what we're doing right this moment? Every time we get together? We couldn't be together unless there was a recognition that we've come from our origin. That's wonderful. Now, last Sunday, Nikki Sever delivered her first broadcast here at the Advancement Center. And I say first because we all want to hear more of her music and her poetry and the beauty that she sees all around her. It was a delight to introduce her. Yeah. Now, Friday's broadcast was magnificent and uplifting with David's transmission. In fact, I just received an email from our friend in Norway telling me how much she loved David's transmission with a drawing that she always includes. So I forwarded that to David. I'm not sure if he's seen it yet. When David brought in Simeon the second week in a row, it was thrilling to witness. It is a new dawn with everyone I meet. 11 years ago, put this over here. 11 years ago this Tuesday, I recall was the date that Robert picked me up at the Sydney airport, drove me to my new home, my new life, and I am just realizing the miracle I walked into that day. Today, a new dawn. Like the invitation. That afternoon, we sat in matching blue recliners overlooking Warner's Bay, and Robert told me the truth. Who I am, how I was present in the Great Hall, my role in the universe with music, and how he has watched me my entire life to that moment. I listened, thrilled, and in amazement to this magnificent fairy tale. Today, I have accepted every word I heard him say, and when he tells of his experience before he entered the earth realm, saying that he was promised that someone would be waiting on earth for him and would take care of him, I know that is why I came at this time. So happy. A short while after I arrived, Robert had gone to work, and I was alone in our beautiful apartment and came across a CD with just a date and decided to play it. That was the moment I discovered Simeon. I listened in rapt attention, wondering if I was allowed to hear this, but I listened anyway. And as I listened, he introduced himself and spoke of his twin on earth named Robert. That night, I asked Robert about Simeon, and the next day, Robert began to bring in Simeon every morning. I would date the transmission on Robert's handheld recorder and would hear what you've heard. This is Simeon coming to you from the outer reaches of the universe, bringing you energies to support your day and to take you further into the world of your Creator. These moments were precious and continued for a long time. Then, one day, the transmissions stopped until they were broadcast from the Advancement Center in Santa Barbara 6 years later, in 2015. Simeon had become my dearest friend after Robert. I would write of the wonders of my new life in my journal, then add, "Dear Simeon," put in quotation marks, and wait. My deepest feelings on paper were always answered with loving guidance. Always. This continues to this day. And what's so exciting? You can do this too. I almost titled my invitation, "My Spiritual Pen Pal, or the Importance of Inner Conversation with Your Spirit." And yesterday, as I was looking through the journal, I decided to put colorful markers wherever Simeon had dictated. So I thought I'd show that to you. On Friday, February 28th, just this past Friday, Simeon's message was, and I'm going to read it to you. At last, you are facing your own powerful spirit and giving it wings and a voice. Robert has been telling you the truth since before you met in physical form. Congratulations. You have shed so many layers. You might say you've been working undercover. Welcome to your world of magic and miracles. Now watch the world blossom. Your friend forever, Simeon. Thank you for being here. This is so special to be able to share this with you, my dearest friends. Oh, by the way, there was a PS to what Simeon just wrote, and it said, by the way, this feeling of completeness will not go away or fade. There is a new dawn, a new day, a new life. And I'm feeling good. Yeah. This past Friday, David wrote, there's something coming. And I added on my invitation, and it's here. Yeah. It dawned on me that I have been living David's words. And here they are, called There's Something Coming. There's something coming. There is something coming. Orchestrated by you and all the amazing beings who are working with you. It is more than you can possibly believe. There is a feeling in the air, and as the dawn breaks through the mist to bring a new day, you can feel it. There's something coming. There's something coming. It's full of magic and mischief, set in motion many lifetimes ago as we sat together and gave each other that wry smile, that wink of an eye, that knowing laugh. The beloved partners we would be, the parent-child that we would be, the sister-brother that we would be, and what we would do for humanity. There's something coming. There's something coming. Walking through a door into another dimension, knowing that you are living within a story that you have created. The pages have been turning, and the chapters have come and gone, making room for new chapters that sit upon new pages with special twists and turns to keep life from becoming too predictable or too boring, a constant feeling of excitement and surprise that at the same time brings up a remembrance, which once again brings us back to the mischief, the magic, and the smile. As I said before, the mischief is the lifeblood of our being. We have never taken ourselves too seriously, and we never will. I don't know what's coming next, but what fun would it be if we knew? I'm talking about the details. All I know is that a chapter is about to close, and the next part of the story is about to be unveiled. Our character has been playing its part within the story, sometimes with full awareness and sometimes with no awareness at all, both equally effective. And now, new characters will be revealed, and more of them are coming to the foreground as we continue to move forward on this journey. Yes, there is something coming. There is definitely something coming. It is the next chapter of the greatest story ever told. And it is playing out right in front of our eyes. Magic, miracles, mischief, and popcorn. That's all you'll ever need. I love that. It's so promising. And you feel like a little one again. And you can't wait to see what's going to happen. And that's the way I feel. Because I recognize that every day, every dawn, and I usually take pictures of them, is bringing the future right to our doorstep. Ever since July 2018, when Robert gave David, Genya, and me our days to broadcast, I have felt the importance of sharing Robert's words. They're amazing. And I've watched people change and heal in his presence, or watching them respond to his written word. And after most broadcasts, amid fabulous feedback and many thumbs up, David would say, when are we going to hear Barbara? Well, here I am. A lifetime of miracles and magic. And the greatest was actually traveling halfway around the world to find Robert. But here I am, in my beautiful home, where I am surrounded by so much beauty, good friends. As you can see, the flowers all over. And I have rediscovered my love of art. And my love of photography came first because it's always as close as my phone. Now I have discovered my love of just watching artists create. Yeah. Art to Life is an online global community of artists sharing. I recommended this group of interesting artists to my friend in Minnesota whose lonely life, she is alone, but she's amazing, out in the country. And she keeps thanking me because her life has expanded. She spends the first 3 hours of every day talking to artists all over the world. Now, she is mentoring me every Tuesday at 2:00. And the fact that she doesn't have internet, we've gotten around that because I take a picture of what I've done, I text it to her, she looks at it, she comments, and then we talk on the telephone. And sometimes she'll tell me in words what I can do with the color. And then I send her the results. So it's a little roundabout, but there is nothing stopping our friendship. Dee and I recognized each other in 2006 in an art store on the Big Island in Hawaii. She noticed me not knowing what materials to buy, and she put a few things together and without a word placed them in front of me. We've been friends ever since, with very few words of introduction. We didn't need any. I recognized her, and she recognized me. And our friendship is just getting deeper. So, yeah. And she doesn't spare the criticism either. She'll tell me exactly what it looks like. So, and then I do it again, and she says, much better. So that's been exciting. Now, this art to life that I mentioned is kind of interesting because just this morning they have a group that I've joined, and the head of it, he's so simple and so honest in his telling his experience, what he's learned. As a matter of fact, I was delighted because whenever you use acrylics, if you don't use them all up, you might as well throw them away. So one little tip that I loved, he said, take a TV tray, and I've got a gazillion of those. You know, every time you buy something in Costco, it comes with a plastic perfect tray. He said, then put paper toweling that's wet on the tray, and then cover it with tracing paper or parchment. And then when you put your acrylics on it, they don't dry out. And if you haven't used them all, cover it over with saran wrap or something like that, and you save your paints and money. Yeah. It's amazing. I have all my brushes. I take them wherever I go, expecting to do art, and finally, it's here. And there is one thing I'd like to read. I posted it on Facebook this morning, and I'm sure you haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I know, Mickey, you saw it and loved it. So I'd like to share that with you. Clarity is of utmost importance. The ability of each person is not in question. The language of the stars cannot be deciphered without this special interface into the physical world. It is not a spoken language. It is almost telepathic, but more positive and without interpretation. It is the language of your origin, and it is not convertible to any other spoken language. It is hidden behind the words in a dimension that is freedom itself, and nothing else can hold its content. To receive its content, it is necessary for the ultimate intelligence and understanding of advanced humanity to be in play. And this is now available to everyone. Humanity has graduated and is now in a forum that accepts its qualifications. Advanced intelligence and understanding will be the natural standard that is assumed and expected to bring the next phase of life to the physical world. All communication will have the added dimension that we classify as freedom, and all messages that require advanced intelligence and understanding will reside in this added dimension. From here, it is easy to move forward, knowing that there are no references to the past, except for historical correctness. All movement will happen in the forum of the advanced majesty of humanity. And the results will be clear and concise and without conjecture. Thank you for being with me today. It was fun sharing a few details. And now we're ready for the future, because every new dawn brings in with it awareness. I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a really magic future. Thank you.